Hi guys, it's Cindy. I wanted to do a video focused on the health of hands and wrists and forearms. Very special subject to my heart. I used to be a massage therapist. I was a massage therapist for almost 15 years. I think over 15 years actually. So I experienced in my lifetime a lot of forearm pain, a lot of wrist pain, a lot of finger pain, a lot of hand pain, tendinitis, you name it. And as a result, I'm left with arthritis in my hands. So they give me, to this day, still some trouble. So these are some stretches and exercises that are really kind of been lifesavers for me. So I wanted to share them with you. So I'm going to start out with my right hand. Anatomy-wise, with your hands, all of the muscles that control your hands and fingers are located in your forearm. They start here, go all the way up, and they all attach in this area right here. So before you do anything to address your hand, it's wise to address the forearm first, because this is the main mover of all of this. So you want to start here and work your way down to get the best result. And that's what we want, right? So we're going to start here with the forearm area. We're going to start by making a fist with your hand. Extend your arm. So we want that full extension through here. You want to push your palm towards your inner forearm, keeping as much of a fist as you can. If you're tight, your body's going to want to come out of this. You got to resist that temptation. So take it as far as you can go under your own power. I'm about that far. You may or may not be able to get as far as me. You're going to take your other hand, gently assist it. So you're going to push it down a little bit farther than you could make it on your own. Then release that, shake out that wrist a little bit. We're going in for another one. Push it down. And then slightly, gently assist with the other hand. You want to go slow here. Ease into it. Release that. We're going to shake out the wrist. We're going to push it down now. We're going to hold it here. So maybe you got a little farther, maybe you didn't. You're going to take your two fingers, press them into the musculature on the top of your forearm and just pull it up. So I'm got a lot of pressure here. I'm continuing to push down through, trying to keep it as active as possible. So we're just doing a little bit of massage with a stretch. So I'll get a little closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. Gripping and pulling the muscles at the top of the forearm while maintaining that fist that's pointed down. Let's do a couple more here. Self-massage. And even if you want to put it against the leg to try and deepen it, that might be too intense, or you can find a table or something to help you. And release that. All right. Shake out that wrist a little bit. Now we're going to go to palm up, stop sign. So pretend you're making a stop sign. We're going as far as we can on our own. Then we're going to put this hand against our fingers, not our palm, our fingers, and pull it back a little bit farther, as far as you can go, for a couple breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Release that. We're going to do that again. So stop sign, pull it back as far as you can go under your own power. And then pull those fingers back with the other hand. Remember, it's a slow movement here. 3, 2, and and 1, release that. Shake out that wrist. I'm gonna turn it over when I do this. Pull it back. So you're gonna hold it here and you're gonna do that self-massage. So take your 2 fingers, middle finger and forefinger, press them into your muscles and pull it up while maintaining that stop sign. That extension of the wrist. It's a little self-massage here. You could also find a table or a chair to help you stretch it. You could use a little oil or lotion to help you glide if you'd like. It's not necessary. If you're a hairier person, it might be necessary. Do a couple more. Here's how it looks. Close up and release that. Ah, that felt good. Okay, now we're going into for some rotation. So here's our elbow joint here, right? On either side of the elbow joint, there's 2 bones. One on the bottom, one on the top. If you've had tendonitis, you're familiar. So we're gonna find those 2 bones, then we're gonna go right underneath them. So we're not gonna squeeze the bone, we're gonna squeeze the muscles that attach to the bone right underneath. Then you're gonna put a good squeeze on it. So really squeeze into the muscles. You're gonna extend the fingers and rotate the wrist. So our shoulder is not moving at all. Our elbow is really staying stationary from our shoulder to our elbow. Nothing's engaging. It's all elbow down. And this is very tight on a lot of people. It's hard to do. So, a few more. And you can take that a little bit lower, squeeze into the muscles, and keep rotating. Do a little lower. There's not much rotation once you get to this point, but do the best you can. It can be very sore through here. So those 2 bones of the arm, it's like we're going in between them. The ulna and the radius. 3, 2, and 1. Now those bones in the wrist, called the carpals, they make up this little section right here. Let's put a squeeze on that and a little bit of self-massage through here. So squeeze your wrist, rotate your hand, making some room in between those bones. And let's reverse direction with the hand. Beautiful. All right, give it a little break. Maybe roll the shoulder out. We're done with the forearm. We're ready to address the hand now. So I like to do a combination of stretching and self-massage. So we want to take each finger joint individually. I'm going to start with my pointer finger or forefinger or whatever it's called. I'm going to extend, well, first I'm going to bend my elbow. So I'm going to start with my elbow bent. I'm going to put 4 fingers of the opposite hand on the finger I'm working, the forefinger. So I'm here. So I'm going to press down on every joint in that finger. I'm going to pull it down gently. Pull it down gently. Make sure you're pressing on that fingertip. Each joint of that finger is being stretched right now. Now, to kick up the intensity a little bit, we're going to extend the arm. So slowly extend the arm. We're still pulling on just that one finger. We're going to breathe here. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we've just stretched out that finger. We're gonna go and do a little self-massage on each joint in that finger now. So you're gonna find that knuckle. You're gonna go a little bit up from there. So I'm right here, I'm coming up. So think about finding, if you're a visual person, visualize those two bones, and we wanna kind of get in between them and just side to side, do a little bit of self-massage. Think about making space in between those joints, making space for good stuff to come in, blood flow. Blood brings oxygen, blood brings nutrients, so let's make some room for it. We're not on the bone, we're right above it. A few more seconds here, then we're gonna move it up to that middle finger joint. This one. Find that little space in between the bones. Pull it a little bit. Massage it side to side. Did you ever say pull my finger when you were a kid? Ha ha ha, we won't do that. We're gonna just rock it back and forth. Up and down, pull it away, give it a little traction, make some room in there. 2 and 1, awesome. One more joint. That top one, you don't think much about it, but it's valuable. Right above where it bends is where the separation is. So find that first, then same thing, pull it out a little bit, rock it from side to side. Opening it up. We stretched it, and now we're massaging it. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we did the first finger. We're gonna do the second finger now. And I'm just gonna do the first 2 fingers for the sake of brevity. I don't want this video to get really long and boring. But just for a review, we're gonna stretch it out first. So all 4 fingers. I'm doing the middle finger now. The one we use most, right? All right, all 4 fingers on the middle finger. So we're bending the elbow first, push it down, away from the palm. Pay special attention to the fingertip, where it tends to curl up on people, especially us older folks, or people that use their hands a lot, that do a lot of typing or instrument playing. Push down. Now we're kicking up the intensity by extending the arm. Ooh. Push down on that fingertip. We're pushing down through all of our fingers, but pay special attention to the fingertip. You'll feel that the most, which usually means your body doesn't want to do it. So all the more reason to pay attention to it. A couple more seconds here, then we will go into that self-massage. So release that. All right, let's find the knuckle where it bends. We're gonna go a little bit above that. We're gonna find that separation, try to pull them apart. Not really, but pretend. Gently, a gentle pull. And then kind of side to side, a little bit of friction. Think about making space in that joint. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna move it up to that middle knuckle. So here's where it bends. We're going a little bit above that, extend, pull it, give it some traction. Then side to side rock. Friction. So it's traction, then friction. few more seconds here. Then we'll move to that third joint there. Mine has a little callus from writing. So you're gonna find that just north of where the finger bends. Pull it out, and then add that friction from side to side. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so as you may have guessed, you do the same thing for the last 2 fingers. So I won't do those with you. We're going to move on to the thumb. So if you're doing this on your own, you want to go in and work those last 2 fingers like we worked the first 2. But I'm moving on to the thumb now. So to get a good stretch on your thumb joint, you want to take this outside border of your hand where your pinky is. Rotate it and press it into your chest. So you're like this, you're here. You're going to grab hold with the other hand. Grab hold of your thumb. So we're here. You're going to pull that thumb out, away from you, and down. So you're pulling it out and down. So think about flattening the hand. You're going to hold it here. This is a nice stretch. It can get intense. Do it for a few more seconds. If you need to let it go and pull it back again, feel free. Sometimes that's a little more comfortable for the body. A few more seconds here, we'll release that. Then we're in that same area. We're going to grab this meaty part of the thumb right here. So we're going to grab it with these 2 fingers. So we're going to hold it like this so you can see. We're going to grab hold of that tissue and pull it away from the body. So we're pulling it down and away. So we're not gliding across the skin. We're really digging into the skin, pulling it down and away from the body. So we're flattening out the hand. And then release. And then if you want, you can get a little bit deeper into that thumb joint right here. And put 2 fingers there and just massage that area right there. I don't know if you can see it, it looks kind of bright. Just a little bit of friction in that area. You can move where the thumb meets the wrist there, kind of massage it there. It feels good. Right where that hand and that split of the hand there, moving it around that area. That's a really sore joint on me, so I could spend all day doing this, but I won't waste your time. We're gonna go up to where it bends right here. Again, a little bit north of that. Try to separate that joint. Massage it left and right. Do a little bit of a pull away from the body. And once you're done with that, we're going to the middle. Back and forth here. Try to stretch out that thumb. Back and forth, up and down. Try to pull it out. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right. So you might notice that your hand looks a little bit different, a little bit flatter than it did before. We can pull our fingers out. Pull them out one side, then to the other. So just stretch them side to side. You can do some flex and extensions. And some wrist rolls. So I hope that gives you a little bit of, wow, mine definitely feels different. A little bit of different hand and arm maintenance options for you today. I hope you find them helpful, and I will talk to you guys soon.